Can't get hold of one of your players.
What? Yeah, but he might not have rung back. Neil, how many days does it take you to get hold of me? Or he always has to leave a message and I have to get back to him.
Oh, okay.
You know what footballers are like.
Showbiz.
Our next guest has written more #1 singles than any other British female and has sold over 50 million records worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Melanie C. I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good.
Do you know, you've been going for 11 years. This show has been going for 11 years. I can't believe this is the first time you've been on.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
Because you love your football.
I love me footy. Done a couple of songs, been involved in a couple of footy songs as well.
Never been on before. Well, welcome to Soccer AM. I take it you're familiar with the show.
Yes.
Right, now you've co-written 11 #1 singles, more than any other British female. I say British, but it's only Madonna that has beaten you as a female artist, isn't
I know,
it?
it's a bit mad, isn't it? But I think, obviously, 9 of those are with the Spice Girls, so I've got them to thank for all that. But I did do 2 on me.
9 #1s?
Yeah.
Blimey.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on. That's a lot, isn't it?
So when you know, because we say co-written, when you sit down, do you write lyrics or music or both, or which do you prefer?
Well, I don't play anything. Well, I play a few chords on guitar quite badly. So I use my voice, so it'll be lyric and melody, really. But I work with fantastic musicians and songwriters, so I can't take all the credit.
Okay. Yeah, but as long as you've got your name on it as co-written, then you get the dough. That's the important thing, isn't it? So right, let's have a look at your new single. You didn't co-write that, did you?
No, I didn't. That's quite an oldie, that one. I think The Strange Loves were the first recording and they wrote it in 65, I think it might say in your notes.
I remember the Bow Wow
Yes,
version.
it was covered again in
It's been covered loads of times, actually. And
it's a good song.
Yeah, it's a great song. It was a bit scary to do it because obviously when you're quite familiar with a version of it, because I remember the Bow Wow version in the 80s from your school discos. And so I wanted to do something, you know, a bit different. And it's for the movie, so...
Movie of the same name?
Yes.
With Carmen Electra in?
Yes.
What's it like, the film?
It's really good.
Is it?
Funny, yeah.
Tubes went to interview her this week. He had one question but ended up flirting with her and asking about 10. We'll see that later. So the film's good. How did you get involved in writing the song for the film?
Well, one of the producers, a guy called Barnaby, was a producer on Spice World, the movie, so we had that connection. And then they just...
it's really windy outside, and we have to tape the doors together because they rattle. Don't worry about it. Kev Phillips was a pro. He went through and ignored it. I'd have thought after 11 years you'd have done the same.
so yeah, they asked me if I wanted to do it. Is that the
that's
question
right.
I'm answering?
Yeah, that's it. Same producer. But you've got another single, a different single in Europe.
Yes.
Why?
Well, actually. Oh gosh, you're showing it all on. Well, because my new album's out on the 2nd, and the single "I Want Candy" is completely different to the rest of the album, actually, because it's on it. Is it on it?
It's
at the end. It's like a bonus track because it came later. You see, I wanted to do a more laid-back record. I mean, this is quite a classical ballad, but there's more acoustic and some more atmospheric stuff on the album. Okay. So softer side to Melanie C. Because
that's it. You're enormous in Europe, aren't you? Like the Depeche Mode of where are you from? Liverpool, isn't it?
It is.
But at least you didn't say David Hasselhoff.
Do you spend your life touring around Europe?
I do spend a lot of time over there, yeah. I do a lot in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and actually Portugal. My last album was #1 for 9 weeks. I was like outselling Madonna, and that felt quite good.
How come? Why does that happen? Do you know?
Because they've got such great taste.
Yes.
You famously started your own record company. do you feel like a businesswoman as well as a recording artist?
No.
Because obviously you've got to take charge of it, run it.
Well, you know, I work in the label. I work with my manager, and we have people. It's been really nice because, like, when you're with a big label, there's all these different departments. Like, you have your international and marketing and everything, and I'm able to hand pick those for myself. So you get like independent people come in. So I kind of just still do, you know, in the studio, writing, recording, touring, and everything. But I'm learning as I go. So it's been interesting learning more about the music industry. But I work with people who really know what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to
So
pretend.
it must be quite small, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. In our office, well, there's 4 people in our office.
Oh, right, OK. Have you fired anyone yet?
I haven't actually, but they better watch out.
That'd be the best. Now, listen, we've got a great stat on you. You're the only female performer to top the UK charts on your own as part of a duo, quartet and quintet.
Yeah.
And that's because when Jerry left the Spice Girls, you were still...
So
that's who
5
turned
to
into
4.
yeah.
Yeah, obviously Brian
You've got to do a trio.
I know.
Do a song with me and Tim. He can't sing.
Well, that's what I was thinking. That's the best little combination I can think of.
Well, us three?
Yeah, we'll do it.
What am I going to do in it? I really
You can play the
sing.
triangle.
I'll hum.
You can dance, get your top off, oil yourself up.
It'd have to be a bit of UK hip hop then. Is that all right?
It's not going to be a hit, is it? No. All right.
All right, for the time being, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Melanie C, everyone.
We'll be like Boney M.
Right after the break, we've got the highlights of the day out at Wembley last Saturday and the return of Maximo Park. It's so catchy. Welcome back to Soccer AM. We're here with Kevin Phillips, Melanie C. Holding fans. Was that your audition?
Well, that was it.
Tim's just auditioned.
One candy. I'm like that bloke up there. What was he saying? Keep the blue flag flying high. Right, Paul and Lucas from Maximo Park will be here shortly. And later on we'll find out what happened when Carmen Electra let tubes into her hotel room. We'll also be speaking to Sky Sports' Nick Collins. Yes, this Nick Collins.
Roll on when you're ready, Nick.
No. You can't see this folder, can you?
No.
4? You can't see this folder, can you?
No.
4?
Yes, Nick. That's what it means.
It's not very far away, I know that, it's just there.
Now, Melanie C, you do so many interviews. How many interviews do you think you've done in your career?
I lost count a long time ago. The other day I was in Germany, I had 14 in a day.
All in the same place? Is one of those ones where they wheel people in?
Yeah, I've done some of those and after radio stations, and it's the press ones that are the hardest. You forget what you've said to people, so you don't know whether you repeat yourself.
Do you enjoy it at all?
No.
No.
No, actually, that's a fib. It depends on the person. Do you know what I mean?
And the questions.
The questions are often the same, but it just depends on someone, the rapport you have with somebody and how they ask you.
And do you get bored with giving the same answer? So you're talking about your new album and
Yeah.
you think of the way to describe it.
Yeah.
By the 14th time, have you gone way away from the script?
Well, you
or-
feel like a fool because you know, with fans, they try and watch everything that you do, so they're just seeing you saying the same thing over and over and over again, and you don't want to sound like you're repeating yourself too much.
But if you change it, then you're accused of being a liar.
So you have to find inventive ways of saying the same thing in a different way.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we reckon we've got the 3 probably most popular questions been
Brilliant.
asked you for a while. And we want to know what your stock
Yeah.
answers are to these, because you do obviously have stock answers,
course.
don't you? Are the Spice Girls getting back together?
No.
Is that it? Is that your stock
No,
What's your stock answer?
Well, it's really difficult because obviously there's constant rumours about it.
Yeah.
So it kind of depends on what's going on at the time. But I wouldn't get back together for a tour or an album. But we've all said we will consider a one-off event for charity. But it won't be any time this year.
No, because two were pregnant.
Yeah,
for goodness
exactly.
sake. So they're having babies. All right. Was that your stock answer, or was that
Well,
your answer for us?
Yeah, a bit both.
Okay.
You so know they are getting back, don't you? You so know it.
Oh, you?
Yeah, when you don't need the
It's so
cash.
difficult.
Look how much take that I made, look, come on.
Not about money.
Not about the money, right.
Right, stock answer.
Can't swear, can you, Andy?
No.
Don't swear.
Can you smack someone though?
Do you still see all the other girls in the Spice
Stock
Girls?
answer.
Stock answer. Which stock answer?
Well, I live quite close to Emma and Jerry, so we see each other more often. Of course, Melanie B lives in LA and Victoria's in Madrid, so I don't get to see them that much.
Brilliant. That's good. That's good.
Thank you.
Never vary.
You've got to be careful with this one, but it amuses us. But you've got to be careful with it because obviously, I want to know your stock answer. Do you like girls rather than boys?
What about you?
Yeah, I do.
I've heard about you on Wikipedia.
I'm blushing now.
Yeah. He wrote that himself, though.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. All right, brilliant. What is the answer to that one?
It depends in what situation.
Okay. Right, now the time has come to show you the highlights of last Saturday afternoon when the boys and I graced the new Wembley turf with our silky skills. Have you scored at Wembley yet, Kevin Phillips? New Wembley?
No.
No, okay. We were asked to put a team together to play a mini tournament to help entertain the public during the stadium's open day, and the Badgers were back in action.
I'm so
Yeah, and we'll never hear of it again.
I want to know what the keeper was doing with your goal.
Yeah, well, it was Phil Tufman. anyone decent in goal, I've never scored that. I was in panics. I was one-on-one with the keeper.
Yes.
Rather than thinking...
That's the hardest thing, though, the one-on-one with the keeper.
Oh, I was absolutely so scared. I was like, I'm going to miss this. My one chance, I'm going to miss it. But, yeah, I coolly sorted it away. And I'll be telling you about it again in a minute, probably.
Here we are. Thanks to Input Media for supplying us with the main match coverage from that. Remember, Tim had his camcorder with him last week. And this is brilliant. This is just a little bit of footage from when Tim was asking everybody around the office how they were feeling.
Yeah, how you feeling?
Nervous, anxious,
Bored?
very nervous.
Up for it, focused.
So that's the story of the boys' day out at Wembley, or at least most of the boys, because you remember all of us from the show were going to go down and play at Wembley, but one of us chose to miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime, opting instead to take his girlfriend to Budapest. In case any of you are interested, here are the highlights of Neil's weekend. I know, where was he sitting there?
I don't know.
He says in a lift.
Boss shouted at me.
All right, now final guests are a Mercury-nominated band who release their second album next month. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Paul and Lucas from Maximo Park.
Nice to see you. Second Continental.
Continental. Hi, Lucas. Nice to meet you.
Paul, you've been on before, but Lucas, you're new to the show, aren't you?
I am.
Welcome to the show. Settle down whilst we have a look at your new single. Here it is.
the numbers hit a screen, and you're expected to know what they mean. Throughout the conflict I was serene. I can't outrun the sadness I've seen. Are you willing to resist the people you've never met? The devil's wheel revolves, but it needs to be reset. Never try to gauge temperature when you tend to travel at such speeds of velocity. Please tell me, is it cold where you are this time of year?
It's a good video, isn't it? Whose idea was that video?
Not ours. It was a guy
How'd you
called
do it?
Nima, and he just kept filming us all day until 3 o'clock in the morning. And
But
it was
how'd
one
you cross over
Well,
each
that's the
other?
thing. It's one camera and it's got a motion control thing, and it goes in the same places around this big white space. So as you see, there's no edits in this particular video. We just had to appear there, and then he laid them all on top of each other, and it's hey presto time.
Did you get sick of your own song by 3 o'clock in the morning?
I'm sick of my own face, you know. Well, that's another story about my internal angst.
What I like about you guys, you always put a lot of effort into your videos, as in your performance, don't you? It must be quite hard, isn't it, to the first time consciously to go, right, okay, I've got to put my effort into it.
Yeah, I mean, especially on a video like this, you've got to go out and do the same thing each time, and if you don't put the same amount of effort in, you're going to end up with a fairly flat looking video. And I mean, it was always quite difficult going on stage as a band. So you sort of dress up a little and put on a performance, and then it's kind of a little barrier between you and the crowd, and you sort of acknowledge the artificial situation of it, but then you put as much of yourself into it as possible, and you get this nice balance.
Mel, were you Spice Girls ever nervous first time they went on stage to do their...
Oh my God, we were terrified. I mean, the first live gig we'd already had a lot of success, so everybody was waiting for it, and everyone was waiting for us to fail, really.
Yeah.
And we actually played in Istanbul, and you know, because you'd go from never doing like school productions and stuff to like entertaining like tens of thousands of people doing a full live show.
Yeah.
Absolutely petrifying. Yeah.
It's easy now, though, isn't it?
It gets easier. It all depends. It all depends. We played in front of 100,000 people with the Rolling Stones, and that's the biggest crowd we've ever done. And it was kind of comical. You just go on and you can only see the sort of the first 20,000, and and off you go. I mean, it's just amusing in the end to play to people.
So we got the new album. Look at that.
Old school.
Vinyl.
Love that.
A lot of kids out there won't know what that is. What's that? He's got a really big CD.
Used to
How
find
big's a
room for all of
CD
these.
player there? When's this out?
The 2nd of April.
2nd of April.
Same day as yours.
Same day,
My
yeah.
birthday, everyone. Cards, presents,
So you're all
chocolates.
competing.
Well, not really. I
Not
think
really.
these guys are going to do really, really well.
She sold 50 million records, so I think we're all right. We're all right in the sort of
I love everyone as
competitive
well.
state.
Why you chose to record this in London? Is this true?
It's true.
Have you lost your northern roots?
We did pre-production in Newcastle.
Oh, good. All right.
That's well, we'd have liked to have recorded it in New York or Berlin. Those were kind of suggested by ourselves to ourselves, and then the record company get involved and they say, "What are you talking about?" Yeah. And so, I mean, Gil, the guy who produced it, who's produced the Pixies and the Foo Fighters and Echo and the Bunnymen, he really likes to work from Rack Studios in London, and in the end you just go where your producer feels comfortable, because we lived above the studio. It was like a holiday to us to go down south.
It's a foreign land to us.
It is.
Miles away.
The big city.
It's strange. And
Will you let us go home soon?
Strange people, yeah. All right, you are touring, aren't you? You're doing a
Huge
Mammoth.
tour.
Let's have a look at your dates.
Here's your
Here you
fixture
go.
list.
Where are you big? Mel's big in Portugal. Or where are you big in?
yeah, well, it's funny because I think we're big in Germany. I think we can say as well.
Yeah, we're big in my mum's house.
So,
She really loves it.
Germany, they love a guitar in Germany, don't they? Anything with all guitar bands. They love,
So
don't they?
you go abroad, you come back for a bit, and then you're off back abroad again, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey, and
Gotta
then
try and do
A
a
lot of
America.
the States.
A bit more of America this time because we haven't really
There's
been there
Australia,
that much.
So it's Europe, home, Europe, America, Australia, back home. Oh, that's a couple of festivals, and then back to Europe.
Just gonna pollute the world as much
You're
as
going to
we
have
can
stickers
while
on
we
your
can.
monitors. It's going to be Hello Cleveland, isn't it? You're
Yeah.
not going to know where you are.
Exactly. I need a new passport. And I mean, people, you think, well, I haven't seen them in a while. What have they been up to? Have they been lazy, or have they been really struggling to make a record? But we've been to China and Russia and all sorts of places, so it's non-stop at the moment.
Yeah.
Enjoying
Gonna
being
be
back,
non-stop
doing shows
again.
like this?
Of course, yeah. I mean, it's always nice to be on the same show as such luminaries. It's very good.
Don't know what that means. What does it mean?
I think it means we're illuminous in his eyes. Yeah.
He can see our aura.
That's right, yeah. You better not be looking at my aura. Punch him in the face. Maximo Park, everyone, from now. We'll talk about your football teams in a bit. Right. See you after the break for today's Soccerette. Barry is here, and I'm just hearing there's been a hastily arranged press conference that we'll be attending after the break. Yeah.
All right. Big up Mel C. When I'm spitting lyrics, I'm happy.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Mel, you're great. I love you. And you used to be in the Spice Girls. But all I know is, apart from the Spice Girls, what's the best ever girl band?
Oh, that is a good question.
Cheers.
Oh God, you've got me there. There's not been that many, has there? Well, it has, obviously, but no one as big as the Spice Girls. Maybe the 3 Degrees.
No, it's not. It's Hanson. Those girls rocked.
Oh dear.
Okay, in a couple of years since we launched the 10-yard bucket challenge, we've had a few teammates wanting to go head-to-head, and they're always fun. So we went up to Sheffield United's training ground the other day, and they said 3 of them wanted to go, so we couldn't wait to see the results. So here's Rob Kozluk, Phil Jagielka, and Nick Montgomery in the first ever 3-way 10-yard bucket challenge. Get skinny.
Nick Montgomery, handicap 28.
Phil Jagielka, handicap 14.
Rob Kozluk, my handicap is Neil Warnock, and we're here from Sheffield United to do the 10-yard bucket challenge.
Oh, shit! Yes, good. That's powerful as anything. That's him. Oh, opposite me, it's in! Oh. It's in.
Just trying for power.
You know, if we've got no goal. That's not a bad one. It's just a rub.
Yeah, 1-1.
Gone.
Come on, Cos, the one.
Cos, you've been worse than me, mate.
Get lost in the turn. Yes!
That's right.
Who's been the most
Rubbishes.
Cos.
Well, it's a good effort. It's there. Pressure.
It's in, look.
Oh, isn't it?
You've got a 6 on it. That's close, mate.
Yeah.
Not got too much out.
Oh, God. Get off.
Monster on the pitch.
No.
Shank.
I thought I've had it twice.
Contraction is down to the toilet.
Which one?
Yes. Oh.
Get in!
Oh. Stupid that is.
He's got it! Yeah! Because I'll take you and having a playoff.
Playoff.
Well done, Mark. We knew you could do it.
Thanks for coming.
Obviously, the worst goal for you.
Well done,
These
Mark.
two to shame.
Well done, Mark.
Very good. 3-way bucket challenge.
Hey, if you're out there, you're a pro footballer and you fancy doing that, let us know with your mates. Yeah.
Melanie, everybody knows you as a Liverpool fan. Did you grow up in a Liverpool mad family?
Yeah, it was a bit mixed actually. All my mum's family are Liverpool supporters, and everybody in my dad's family, apart from my dad, are blue noses.
So in your family, though, it was all Liverpool. There was never a chance you were going to be a blue.
No.
Now, you had a gig when Liverpool won the European Cup in Istanbul.
Yeah.
How did you put a telly on the side of the stage or something?
Which it was quite traumatic actually, because we watched the first half, and my rhythm guitarist is a Liverpool supporter as well, so we watched the first half, of course, 3-0 down. Then we had to go on stage, and we were in Hamburg, and it was a really big night because the label I worked with over there, they were like, everyone was coming to see this show, so I was like, okay, be professional, so I just put it to the back of my mind. And then we went on stage, and of course a lot of the fans now support Liverpool, and it was such a big night. So they were just putting up cards like every time we scored, and we were getting them back, and I was partly excited and partly thinking, are they just winding me up? Do you know what I mean? And then when we came off, it was extra time, and then when we got back to the hotel, it was a penalty.
Oh, so you saw the ending of it.
But you know, another funny thing, where we were staying, the manager of the hotel is from Liverpool, and he'd rang up from Istanbul and said, make sure you video the game for Melanie. So we saw the game when we got back, so we watched it with German commentators, which was quite comical.
Yeah, I suppose. I saw it all. Paul, you're a Borough fan, aren't you? Did you see the Cup game on Monday?
I didn't, because they put us in a posh hotel and didn't have Sky Sports.
It's not.
What sort of hotel is that?
Posh hotel without Sky. Yeah, Man U won 1-0, by the way.
Well, I'm slightly aware of that.
Gareth Southgate, he's turning into like a well-respected manager, isn't he?
He is, and he dresses like a continental manager. You see him on the touchline, he looks in control. And he's learning as he goes along with his post-match interviews as well. He's becoming more confident.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about managing the team yet. I think that's probably the third most important thing for a manager.
How long is it before he's linked with the England job, being English and successful?
I would give it a couple of months.
Yeah.
We'll see how tonight's game goes.
Like Stuart Pearce was. Now, Lucas, you're a Huddersfield Town fan.
I am.
I'm not sure if that's the first one we've ever had on this show.
There's not many of them about.
No.
Well, I'm just trying to think. It's been an eventful couple of weeks in Huddersfield,
Yeah, it's not been
it?
the highest moment in the Huddersfield Town career, but
He got walloped 5-1 by Forest, then sacked Peter Jackson.
he did, yeah.
Who's the best looking bloke in football, isn't he?
How do you know that?
He told me.
Yeah. So say like Huddersfield Town ever came to you and said, you're our celebrity fan, we're in dire straits, club are really strapped for cash. Would you be able to persuade the rest of the guys to do like a free Maximo Park gig for Huddersfield? Would that work? That'll be a no then. So okay, so if you're listening, Huddersfield, if you're ever strapped for cash, ain't gonna work. Right, okay, time for a couple of third eyes.
Yes.
First one was sent in by loads of you, all pointing out that in the middle of a thunderous hailstorm, with hail coming down like golf balls, Everton's James Vaughan still thought someone had thrown something at him. There he is. Wait, who threw that? Looking round for who threw it. And our last one is from the Villa-Liverpool game. It was spotted by our Luke O'Reilly.
Oh, really?
No, O'Reilly.
Yay!
I tried so hard to get that out yesterday. It is your classic fan stacking it. Worth it though. Worth it. Touch the ball.
Should have gone with his head. That's what the problem was.
Right, see you after the break for Showboat and Ben Foster's teammates. Welcome back to Soccer Home. On the sofa today is Kevin Phillips. We have, yes, I know, I was going to do that. We have Melanie C, Paul and Lucas from Maximo Park here. And about an hour ago, Kevin went, by the way, where's my hat-trick ball? So apologies.
Thank you.
There you go, for the third time on the show.
I thought you'd been on at least 4 times.
Yeah, only 3.
Stay with us for Ben Foster's teammates, but first, here's who's here next week. We're embracing new rave. Enter Shikari are here. Your mums and dads will hate it. We're going to enjoy it. Enter Shikari, one of the most talked about bands of the year. They're here on the show next week.
Look
so you
right in that.
It's good, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Die!
I remember being at Torquay United once, and Sue Bates, the chairman's wife, said, "If you look right into the floodlights," and I went, "Yeah." She went, "You can't see anything after." I went, "Thanks." It was true. Now, Kevin, we briefly touched on the fact that you know, you're 33 and you're at that age where people must start saying to you, "Ooh, how many years have you got left?" Have you got any thoughts on what you'd like to do after football?
I suppose the obvious choice is to try and stay in football in some capacity.
Media.
Yeah, I quite enjoy the media side of it. I don't know whether I want to stay, you know, out on the football pitch every day. I suppose for the first couple of months I'm going to do everything that I wasn't allowed to do when I was at football, within reason.
Like what? Ride motorbikes?
Yeah, skiing, take the kids skiing, which we'd love to do, and just enjoy life. But I'm going to do my badges, so they're there as backup. I don't intend to stay in football that way, but media, I'd like to do something like that.
Okay, all right, or buy a pub. Do footballers buy pubs anymore? They don't, do they?
They buy chains of restaurants and stuff.
Do they? And housing.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of footballers get into housing.
Yeah, they do, you're right.
Yes, can I turn that off now?
You're going to have a go outside trying to get it through the hole, aren't you? Your wife came on recently, who's lovely, really lovely, and she managed to get it in the hole first try. Let's have a look, here you go.
Johnny! Oh, good to go. Hang on, oh, whistle. You were watching it with your teammates, weren't you? They took the roof off the place when she scored.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
You're under so much pressure to do that.
I've had so many
today,
texts this morning. I thought about faking a little injury, but
everywhere you go, people are going to say, if you don't score, your missus got it and you didn't.
And she showboated with her left foot.
I know, yeah. I never even knew she was left-footed.
All right, guys, got to talk to you about your album. We understand it's been leaked onto the internet. Is that right? Early doors.
I'm afraid so.
What happened there?
It was a German journalist somewhere in the south of Bavaria, and it felt quite bad.
How did you track it down to him? Was it one of the watermark ones you get?
It was one of those watermark CDs, and it felt like a Dietmar Hamann free kick fizzing past a ponytailed David Seaman. It was a blow to the heart.
What happens now, for anyone who doesn't know, is they send out promo albums and they watermark them so they know who's it. So if they send one to me, or have some way that if it goes on the internet, they'll be able to track it was me who stuck it on there. That's basically the way it works, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they got him, and then they can't do anything about it, can they?
No, we're going to try and find him and watermark him. Tie him up and...
But it's impossible to control music, isn't it? As soon as your album comes out, it's on the internet for free for everyone, isn't it? It's impossible to control.
It's kind of the process, isn't it, now? It's just
the way that it happens. I mean,
you know.
people are on the internet every day at work on their computer, they've got laptops, and it's just... I mean, I'd rather people had our music than didn't, you know, even if it sometimes mean that they're not paying for it or whatever. I mean, a lot of our fans download it 2 weeks before it comes out and then go out and buy it and get all the lyrics and what have you, and we work hard on our artwork, and if people want it, it's there.
You know, you can't beat
and
having
you're good
that
live,
in your
which
hand.
is what people buy into, isn't
Bread
it?
and butter.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's all climb aboard the Showboat.
Yeah. This album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from, that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. Yeah. And to all my peoples in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. Shake it. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Marley Marl. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard, you never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, you know, you know. I made the change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap, I smoke my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me, now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now honeys play me close like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Condos in Queens, indo for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Small speak. Living life without fear. Putting 5 carats in my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the fool. Considered a fool cause I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black male misunderstood. And it's still all good, And if you don't know, now you know, you know, you know.
Good skills. Let's go outside to Helen. Helen.
Am I on?
You're on.
Hello, everyone, and welcome outside the car park. I tell you what, it's the start of British summertime, isn't it, officially, when the clocks go forward. It's scramming out here. Right, the Latics of Oldham are all here looking mighty fine. They're going to be booting footballs in just a couple of minutes. They will be kicking to try and win you prizes. T-shirts and a DVD. One of them is modeled by our lovely Katie here. The soccerette, that's the girls' one. And you'll get one each if you get 7 or more, okay? Right, do you want to get lined up over there? Because I've got ball boys and girl to sort out. Now, I want Maximo Park taking the back stick over here, Phillips and Chisholm, near post here. I want to see good hands. Katie, that leaves me and you going over here. And Katie, you count. Yeah, because I probably won't be looking. Now then, yes, back. Any over the line and they will be taken away from you by Neil the Square in the gallery. Okay, 1 minute 20 is on the clock. Gentlemen, start your... Don't cheat, 6, 5, don't cheat! Got that, yes? Don't cheat! Right, okay. 6, you got 6! Well done, you got 6. You didn't get any. Did you get 1? Oh, well done, they got 6, which is all right. Now, okay, our guests are going to have a go. No, Kevin, you're not going first. We're going to leave it for you to the very, very end, just to put some more pressure on you. So, Melanie, go on, Mel. Come on, Mel. Come on. It got there. It got So for the road to Wembley game this year, then in the Phillips household, it is Julie 1, Kevin 0. I guess if we have a winner, Stu Watts, Stu White. Stu White is a Derby County fan, so well done, Stu. He is a White. Is that it? Have we finished? Oh, well, come on, Katie, let's go back inside.
Brilliant. Julie's going to be on the phone in a minute, isn't she, too? Right. Despite that Paul Robinson goal last weekend, Ben Foster has been one.
Come to the end of the show? What? Oh! I know.
It's a good effort, though.
It was a great effort, but you're still.
You didn't score, and
still
Julie
going to get
Phillips
grief.
did. Yeah.
Wow.
From everybody you
I'm
know,
not turning
and
my
even
phone
people
on.
that you don't. Right then, folks. England under 21 straight after us on this channel. Thanks to our guest, Super Kevin Phillips. Melanie C. Good luck with the single. Paul and Lucas from Maximo Park. Thanks. Oldham fans. Lovely Katie and Software. Here's Jimmy Bullard waving goodbye. Come on, England. Bye-bye.
See how I'm walking, see how I'm talking, notice everything in me. Feel the need, oh feel the need in me. I need you by my side to be my guide. Can't you see my arms are open wide? Feel the need, oh feel the need in me. Every day I need it, every day I want it. Without your sweet, sweet love, I'd rather die. I need it constantly. Your love takes care of me. Your love is better to me than apple pie.
Soccer AM, the DVD. Aye. Out now.
More sport, news and views at skysports.com.